Welcome to another video episode on my Arduino Mega2560, which is connected to breadboard with electronics as well as some fischertechnik mechatronics. On top of screen some motor with a chain, then more to the right same kind of motor with just a propeller, then next to that a smaller motor with a propeller, and to the bottom of the screen another motor with another chain. This one has a switch, this one has a switch, and those are supposed to interrupt those two motors. Now, as you can see, these are supposed to run. And also, to my own surprise, they're not doing anything. That's not a good idea. That's not very good. Now I hear it whining. That means I hear a motor whining. It all comes down to this transistor. Now it works. Which is not the very first time I have to do that. So why I have to replug this jump wire, I have no idea, but so be it. This one seems to tell once again the same story. Alright, now should I replug this one? Let's just try it. And in the meantime I unplug the motor completely, which is not really the idea. Replugging this one. Alright, let's put it in the middle then. Also nothing. Although this LED keeps shining, keeps burning, so there is everything alright. So for some reason, alright, it should be either here or here. And it used to work. That's the crazy thing. So this is voltage at maximum, and now I put voltage at minimum. And when I look at this motor, voltage is halfway. So they are now both halfway. And this probe, which gives a pulse modulation of this circuit, tells me that they are more or less equal. The only thing that's different, and I will show you momentarily, is that the voltage is a bit lower. So that may cause that this one is not running. But how to solve it? That's another question. So let's take a look at the screen card with everything visible. Alright, I have to do a retake because I selected the wrong input for the microphone. Anyway, this is very annoying. So what the problem is that right here I have 3 motors, and they are all driving these. What I also have is right here, this one is taking input from here, this one is taking input from a different one, from 6. And as you can see right here, the voltage level is a little bit different. Does it matter? It could matter, but the most important thing is the length of the upper line. It's pulse modulation, and that means that the longer the upper line is, the faster it goes. Then, if I look right here, then output motor 1 is exactly the same in settings. If I look at the output value of motor 1, it is now slightly higher than output 2. Stop scrolling. It's slightly higher. Of course, this depends on the settings with this one, with the potmeter, and that only has effect, of course, on the speed. However, even with maximum speed, the motor in the lower side of the image, this one, doesn't run. So let me put it halfway again. Halfway, halfway. This one is controlled by me now. Okay, so what is the difference? There's no difference in components between the circuits. The same potmeter, same model potmeter, of course. The same model, same type of transistor, same value of resistor, and yet this one very clearly works, and this one very clearly doesn't work. So what if I do something else and I exchange the wires? So I take this wire out of its socket and connect it right here. Then subsequently these motors stop working. They're all standing still. But also this motor stops working. So I put it back and it starts working again. And with a little bit of help by me, these motors are working as well. So what happens when I take this wire and connect it here? So I take this wire, and I have to be a bit careful now, and I connect it right here. Oh, now the connector to the motor should stay in. Right, and what you get that this motor, let me hold the wire, this motor is working. They are both working. In fact, all 4 motors are working now. So now let me put the wire back. Right to where it should be. So with all components the same, what is the difference between the circuits, apart from the fact that here's an LED and here isn't? The LED is just a sign that the circuit is working, just like it is here and here. There's nothing else to say about it. A diode on both circuits that are keeping the transistor safe. But there's nothing else, unless I am going to check with the real with the transistors. But then again, oh well, let's just check, because they should be the same. Right, so now what is going on? I have examined the exact structure of both circuits, and it turns out, to my surprise, that they are not the same transistors. They are the same model, and I can show you in the schematics. This is a motor with propeller and propeller, this is a motor with chain, and this is a motor with chain. Now this is an NPN with the arrow away from the base. This is an NPN. This is an NPN, and this is an NPN. However, because they are slightly different, they can have different effects, as it also shows out in its reality, because this works and this doesn't. Do I have a replacement? Not right now. So it will have to be like this. The same thing can be said by these two. I did put the safety diodes later on. Did it ruin the transistors? Could be, because it did work. And the fact that when I connect this one to this circuit and it works, then shows that that is a real possibility. How to go on? Well, actually not. So far things work. When I move this a little bit, everything stops, but also these LEDs have not been working for some time, because simply said, I haven't programmed them in the new version. Because if you look here, I say Arduino Mega2560, not 2560. Oh wait, that's another thing, of course. It is Arduino 2560, not 52. Anyway, version 2. And I haven't put all this into it. So, can I go on and make it whole again? I could. But for that, you can just watch the previous episodes. What's next? Well, how about new experiments? So I guess this is the end of this experiment with 2 chain motors and 2 motors with a propeller. they're working, kind of, more or less, and whatever comes next. So in the first situation, this is what is working. The Arduino gives a lot of other possibilities as well. So I have shown you with Arduino Uno combination that AVR C works, that SPI works. SPI for serial peripheral interface. It works. And the other thing, yes, I can do a lot of other experiments. So it will continue, but how is still to be decided. The pulse modulation as it is now still works, as you can see here. It can now be nicely regulated using the potmeters. The function of these inductors remains to be seen. Anyway, I think this is a nice ending of this series. So for now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Lots of different and other experiments. Another thing is, by the way, that the objective was to use a switch like this to control, to interrupt a motor like this. The fact that all this is running in well, let's say quite a big pace, and you have to have really that specific moment that the sensor is being read on the moment that the sensor is being touched, to have this interrupted very small. So I won't do that anymore, not for now anyway. So once again, thank you for watching this series of videos. Subscribe to my channel please for lots of other interesting embedded systems and mechatronics series videos. Give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment or suggestion. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and feel free to make a small donation to show your support. On my website you can find much more details. Also you can become a patron and have your name mentioned as a supporter, as a co-producer as it were, and then your name will be mentioned either on my website anyway, but also on my videos, with my videos, depending on the pledge you make. That's it. Thank you and bye bye. I think. And yes, let me end just with this little view of the whole system. So, small motor, all fischertechnik. This is all fischertechnik. And then fischertechnik and some more. And this also shows that the cabling is rather, well, fragile. The slightest touch can stop the whole thing, and that is subject to and prone to errors. Will I use it again? Like I said, yes, lots of other options right here, and a lot to be done. Can still be done. So once again, thank you. Consider being a patron, and everything is welcome. For now, bye bye.